Yo, what's going on YouTube? I hope y'all are doing well. Today I want to talk about training your body and mind at the same time. I was having a talk with a guy at the gym today, and he brought up a good point. He was like, most people, they have the right idea by, wanting to get their physique right and wanting to train their bodies, and get in shape. But he said there's a small portion of people who train their body and mind at the same time. And I was kind of thinking about it all today, like, man, he brings up a good point, right? And then I started thinking about all the benefits that come with it. And I started to self-reflect and look at all the benefits that I've gotten from it. I think generally the first step for everybody, when they're trying to self-improve is, they start going to the gym and they start working out and, to improve their body and just feel more healthy, right? But I think we get caught up in this constant trap of only fixating on, our bodies, right? Getting in the best shape, which is nothing wrong with that, right? Because that's better than not trying to get in shape. But, you're losing out on that portion of your mind, right? You're just, you're getting stronger, you're getting faster, whatever you're doing in the gym. But then, you're not sharpening your mind as much as possible. Just think about, the possibilities that you could have if you have both of them. Right? And even for the people who don't work out, but they study a lot, they read a lot, and they're very intelligent, they're missing out on the part where, their physique's in order, they're healthy. Because, from my understanding, I think they both go hand in hand. If you want the most out of life, you got to try to perfect both as much as you can. It's never going to be perfect, right? Your body's never going to look perfect in your eyes. You're always going to be searching for knowledge. So you're never going to feel like, both are kind of, equal in where you want them to be, right? But that constant drive of trying to perfect it, trying to get both to a certain place where, they're high up and, they're equal, right? And then also, man, something I can speak from is I used to just, work out and not really focus on the mind part, right? I was just trying to get in shape and look as good as possible, work out for my sport, right? The things everybody does. But then I made a change in how I was doing things, and I started reading books to go along with it. And what I noticed is, I know this sounds crazy, but you guys got to try it, right? The more I started reading books, the better I got with working out and lifting weights. And the reason I say that is because when I was reading books that talked about discipline or habits, right, all that did was transfer over into the gym, and it made those principles stronger, in the gym. So since I was reading about, staying committed to your goals, how to create a system in your life so you don't fail, right? All that trickled over into the gym. So what I'm saying is let's stop trying to focus on one thing. So if you're only focusing on your mind, or you're only focusing on the gym, the key is going to be, how about we bring both of those things together and try to work on both at the same time instead of keeping them separate. And I want you to try this, man, and maybe from a couple months from now, or maybe a year from now, I want you to come back to this video and tell me what results you got, because I think it'll all be positive, man. Because so far from what I've been doing, I've definitely seen a lot of positive results. So I just wanted to talk with you guys about that today. I feel like that was a good discussion to have. Hope y'all are doing well, but I'm out, man. Peace.